can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah, ante up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah, I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? I told her move over. Enough of that mediocre, I've been the man since cruising around in the stroller. I got ice in my veins like a cut in Minnesota. Why not show you how I'm built? Come a little closer, ayy. Lot of heart, been smart, aura gotta glow. We can restart, give head start, still get the same result. I'm about mine, don't you get it confused. I'ma win again, yeah, that's all that I do. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah, ante up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah, I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up? They don't get it, I'm different. I'm the type to break through the door, tear down the walls, start up a war. They don't get it, it ain't clear. I know you probably think that you might, but you never seen a bitch like me. I got that dog in me, yeah, turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah, ante up. I take on anyone, I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog in me, yeah, I'm talking all bite, no bark. I could rip your squad apart. I got that dog in me, so what's up? Yeah, so what's up?
Day one, let's go. Happy days. Good to be back. Sun shining, beautiful.
Okay, Graeme, so we're now coming into pre-season. How do you think the team's going to shape up based on coming in at the end of last term?
So came in, obviously, took the last couple of games and just had an assessment of what we've already got, and there's some very good players there as well. So big thing for me was maintaining the core of the group, the ones that we wanted to keep and the ones that are going to add a lot of value going into the next season. And then on top of that is obviously we've got a recruitment strategy, and we've targeted the specific areas of the pitch and the specific players that we want as well. So pretty confident and pretty hopeful that we can get in who we want to add to what we've already got and just build on that.
Obviously you've got past experience in this division, you've won this division, you know a lot of the players in it. Is there players that you're already discussing as potential targets?
Yeah, there's players, but there's players in the league above as well in SWPL 1, so we're trying to kind of get a bit of experience. It doesn't necessarily need to be age. We're looking for players that have played at this level and played at the level above, because as much as I'm a big believer in giving kids an opportunity, I think you need that blend of experience in there as well to help the kids along. So it's going to be a difficult one, but in this league, experience is key and experience is vital because there's that many good teams.
In the second half of last season, there was a lot of strong loan signings in. Is that something you're looking to replicate, bringing in loan signings maybe from perceived bigger clubs?
Yeah, hopefully I can use my relationships with them and my contacts to sort of strengthen the group, but we're looking at obviously getting as many permanent players in as possible, because I think it's important to have that good core of permanent players and permanent signings, and then kind of adding in 2 or 3 loan players round about that as well. And I think that's going to be the way we move forward, is try and get as many permanent players in and build a real core group that are all in it together. And then if you can add in that wee bit of quality from the loan players, I think it's just a good recipe.
So you brought Hart in towards the end of the last season, looking to build onto this season. What was it that made you go for him as your man?
I think with bringing Hart in, we kind of realised that we were in a position we weren't sure how to get out of, and we needed someone with a lot better contacts within the women's game to attract the calibre of player that we need to compete at the top end of PL2.
How have you found the start of a season compared to previous ones with the experience that he has?
This season's been a bit crazy. Don't think it's all down to just Harty coming in. I think with the rejigging of the age groups, the girls' game as well, it's made a lot of players available. Bit different from last year. We probably thought we'd attract players off the back of being in the playoff final for PL1, and we struggled a bit. Seasons before that, we managed to build a decent squad. So yeah, end of season where you're meant to have a break. I think we spent more time at the park and via Zoom talking to players and getting a feel for it. The running joke just now is we're on player 105 that we've spoken to, and still rising. So, and it's probably not far off that. But we can see a bit light at the end of the tunnel with what obviously our aims are.
So from the board's perspective, what are the expectations for this season?
Certainly start a lot better than last year. Where Christmas time last year we only had 2 points. And obviously the aims to push up the league and be competitive at the top end and build towards hopefully winning PL2.
So what are your plans for pre-season? How are you setting up and how are you utilising your coaching staff for that?
So we've sat down, we've kind of planned out the structure of pre-season. What we've done is we've targeted getting as many games in early doors as possible for the fitness levels, and we're not in a fortunate enough position where we're full time and obviously have all the resources and be able to look at the periodisation and all that sort of thing. So what we've kind of decided to do is get as many games in as possible, as soon as possible for the players that are part-time play. Fuck you! You've made fuck that! I was doing well there! For fuck's sake. We've taken a lot of matches early on, and then towards the end of pre-season we're expecting a lot of changes within the group in terms of numbers coming in and numbers going out, so we obviously need to get a style of play and an infrastructure there as well. So we know we're going to have lots of trialists coming in, so it's important for us to get the games in early, get the fitness in early, and then focus on the sort of structure and the way we're going to play once we've got that settled squad. Strikers and defenders are probably two positions we need to tidy up. Goalie wise, we're alright from last year, so for me defensively, you're wanting SWPL1 experience. Look at Dundee United, Hamilton, Spartans in terms of looking at players that are potentially looking for a new challenge, something a bit different. One that sticks out for me is Jade Wilson.
I've seen Jade in the playoff against Kelly in the playoff it was, and she looked quite comfortable actually. Jade certainly looked pasty bum.
That's the big thing, because the recruitment and the players we've got and the other players we're something to build, but if you have that wee bit extra pace at the back, it will help. And I think she'll strive off of obviously trying to play a certain way as well and look to improve and develop her as well. So I think
it should be interesting coming down though. That's the thing. We should look at that. Obviously, she's been with the taste of PL1.
I mean, she's been at Glasgow in PL1 and United and been battling relegation twice. So something maybe
A challenge for
something different as well. And I think another one as well is probably looking at obviously retaining Eva as a centre half, but probably need a third one in there that's going to come in. And Dion, obviously Dion Young, she was at Hearts, but she's recovering from an ACL, and this is going to be a big season for her as well. So again, I think opportunity for her to play is going to be a big one as well. So,
How far away is Dion for being fit though?
I think I think she'll be there or thereabouts for the start of the season. Touch it, maybe not fully 100%, 90 minutes, but there or thereabouts. So again, it's one that'll be looking to hit the ground running and play, and I think that's the sort of players we need again, with experience of playing that level as well. So
she'd be under physio instruction and stuff anyway, won't she?
Yeah, I would imagine so. And obviously tie that in with what we're doing as well. So just need to manage that one. And then I think for me, there's again having players that can play centre half, but like can also fill in elsewhere. I think just having that bit, so you've effectively then got 3 out and out centre halves, and then maybe having 1 or 2 more that can kind of fill in. So Chloe Clemenson's one that I had at United when we were before, and I know she's not played the game, but again, one that we're keen to get in as well. And fitness wise, we need to see obviously how far away she is, if it's something that interests her, but it's something. And our Yasmin Boyce, who was she was at Kelly.
She was at Kelly. She was actually at Westfield 2 seasons ago.
Yep.
When we played against them in the championship, and then Kelly, probably one of the best passes of the ball I've ever seen. Yasmin.
Yeah,
she can hit a diagonal 60 yards when they're 6 months, to be fair. Yeah, but I think she would be utility. You know that. She can switch probably into the middle of the park or play the bag.
And I think it's hard to keep 4 centre halves happy. So if you've got 3 and then you've got another one that can fill in there, I think that's in terms of the recruitment and where we're going. We probably need 4 centre halves, but for me it's 3 centre halves and 1 that can fill in or play there as well. And
well, Chloe, I know Chloe through various other.
Chloe can do both again. She kind of floated between both. Chloe goes very much under the radar, to be fair. She was very consistent the year we won the league and doesn't really put a foot wrong, doesn't do anything fancy, just moves the ball on, wins the ball. But can do both. Again, depending on how fit she is, will depend on probably where we start her off, but I would probably see her playing higher up. But again,
But obviously Chloe, she's not played very well. Again, she
so she stopped playing halfway through SWPL 1 in her first season. So it's whether she's got that enthusiasm to get back into it. What it's like, players taking a wee bit of a break and then they miss it or they don't. And hopefully she's one that's missed and wants to get back in, because I think she would be a good one for that area.
Certainly, as I say, I know Chloe from my daughters, Germany, Hearts. Good girl, good.
Aye, from an attacking point of view, I think you need to look outside the box, but a big one's obviously keeping Kayla and Tara. I think if we can manage to convince them to stay, it gives us that platform to sort of build the wingers and attackers and whatever round about them. They've got, again, SWPL 1 experience, which we're trying to target. So again, I think if we can manage to keep them, you've obviously worked with them more than I have, so you'll maybe have more of a gauge of how they enjoyed it and stuff.
I think from an enjoyment piece, I think they did. I think for both of them coming from Motherwell, the big part of getting playing again, which they obviously weren't getting huge amounts of game time. So getting them in, and both of them had the ground running. First game, Kayla scored and set up one. We had her last year. I was just got the ball and wait for 40 yards, and then but turned up at training when we had training on the other day. Obviously went back into Motherwell as well for 1 night a week, which I thought that was the downside of the loan thing for me, was that I didn't have them for the full time they were there and missing a wee bit on that. But certainly I didn't get any sort of eye from that they didn't what was happening in the experience. Certainly helped us out of that. Let's be honest, we were in a hole. We were sitting at the bottom of the league, and they were a big party. Along with the other, don't get me wrong, it wasn't only 2 people on the team. No. They were a big party, and I think raised the
From what I've
standard.
seen before I came in and then after I came in, I think they drive the standards on the pitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not knowing them too much. I've obviously only been in a few weeks at the end of the season, but I think that's something by these driving standards. From a wide one's point of view, I just think pace. We look at pace, and there's 3 or 4 out there that we'll need to look at. But I think, on Y Scout, doing a wee bit of the reports and looking at, I think the biggest asset in this league for wingers is pace. And players that can maybe float between the right and the left, and rather than just being stuck on one area of the pitch, I think
it's one of the things that we try and say to them is Robert, says that don't be robots.
Yeah.
And try and be a bit imaginative up there and create something. That's how you do it.
So there's Meg Robb, who United with me on loan from Partick. She's out of contract there. Much game time at United under a new manager, so again she's one that is potentially available that we maybe look to speak to.
Is Meg not up run about the D area? Is that's a bit of
again, but for me it's about creating that environment and culture where, listen, if we're doing things right and we what the infrastructure we've built off the pitch, I think that's an incentive for players in terms of how we look after the players off the pitch. And obviously that was a big thing for me coming in, and it's how we do things and everything we're trying to put in place or we have put in place. I think for players like Meg and the experienced ones that have played at the top level, that's only the way you're going to get them to drop down. But once we get sitting around the table with them and discussing that, hopefully they can see the ambitions that we've got. Morgan Anderson's another one. She played SWPL2 last year. That again, I think she's on loan from Partick. So, rapid, pace to burn, physical, strong.
Well, I've seen Morgan in the last game.
The
second last game against Glasgow Women.
Yeah.
She played wide right. Gave left back a bit of turning over at times. Because it was one of the ones we were something. Who's that?
I think with obviously Glasgow going down, it's an opportunity to try and convince her to stay at that level. Obviously, I know she would have been enjoying Glasgow and happy at Glasgow, but convince her to stay at this level because it's obviously a level up than what they're going to play. So that's a big one for me as well.
I think it's getting that blend, isn't it, of PL1 experience. Bring them into the setup that we've got here, because we've got a number of good players here as well, and been over the course now.
And I think that's important. There's probably another couple that, like Morgan, probably falls into having that SWPL2 experience, but there's one at St Johnstone that I think is probably overstayed at St Johnstone, Nicole Carter, where Nicole's technically one of the most gifted players you'll see. And again, it's, can we convince her? She's played in this league for what, 5, 6, 7 years now, whatever it is. Can we convince her to then move? That's going to be the hard thing, because obviously she loves St Johnstone. I would imagine they're a good club, they're well run. Trying to get players at this level that have maybe been settled 4, 5, 6 years is going to be probably a wee bit just as challenging as trying to get PL1 experience. So try to find that balance, because this league's a completely different league to the top league as well. So that's what's good about having the players that we're keeping as well, your Jasmines, Evas, Maddies, Howies, etc. That they've got the experience at this level. So again, they know every game's different, and whereas in the top league, you know, the top 6 games in the bottom, like you know the games you're going to win or have an opportunity to win in this league. So again, I think having that PL2 experience in there as well is important as well. So.
Okay, what is your favourite bit about pre-season then?
Favourite bit's probably enjoying the fact that players hate it, because I think pre-season's kind of one word, two words, whatever it is the words that players hate. And for me, a big thing for me is trying to make it as enjoyable as possible. And that I really enjoy that, of trying to make it as enjoyable for the players, because everyone dreads pre-season. Everyone's on, oh, we're running up and down hills, or we're doing this or doing that. And for me, I try to make it as enjoyable as possible, but obviously they need to put the work in and put the graft in. And I think that's probably the most enjoyable bit, is actually by the end of pre-season, seeing how many games you've played and seeing your style of play that you're wanting to put forward is kind of in place. Yeah, it's not going to be perfect, it's not going to be a finished article, but certainly I think that's probably the most enjoyable bit for me, is actually trying to make the players enjoy it. And also it's quite enjoyable seeing the ones that have came back from their holidays and that maybe need to put in a wee bit extra work to get to the levels, and that's quite enjoyable in the fact that I don't need to do that anymore myself. So that might sound a wee bit harsh on the players, but that's part and parcel of football, and that's why they're playing at the top level and I never.
God bless, we're breaking these runs. Life too short to play it on speed run. Only get one, no option to rerun. Where Babylon goes, too high to reach them. Down to earth, stay grinding when storms come. Rat race, only one to run from. Better say cheese, but saying split in the funds. Living in the moment, I ain't worried about none. I'm straight chillin', back against the wall, too acquainted with the feeling. Like you lost a mom, find a way if I'm willing. Only fear God, not spreading his lost children. Price on my head, exporting the future.
So after your loan spell last season, you've now decided to come back on a permanent basis to Gartcairn.
Sorry, can you shut up? Sorry, I'm diagnosed ADHD. I can't concentrate on multiple things. Honestly. Sorry, could you repeat that?
This is like the worst time to try and film it. Right. So you had a brilliant time on loan last season here at Gartcairn, and you've decided to come back on a permanent basis. Was that an easy decision for you?
Yeah, I think definitely. But them bringing me on loan last year, it was kind of, I felt kind of owed the club something. Managed to come here. Maybe the club wasn't doing so well at that point. Maybe had a disappointing start to the season, but I've managed to come in, obviously got back enjoying my football. We had a really good run where, you know, I think we were challenging the kind of teams above us, considering we were started on 2 points, so it was kind of a no-brainer when the option was still there for me to come back for this season.
And obviously the team's shaping up, lots of new players in. Harty came in towards the end of last season. He's obviously been here and done it in this division before. Is that something also that you're looking forward to doing?
Yeah, absolutely. I think Hart he's been a fantastic signing. I know we've had many player signings, but it's just as important to sign you know, good characters, but also a fantastic coach off the pitch as well, who's bringing up the standards. We've seen that in this kind of short spell that he had towards the end of the season. So and obviously, like I said, when the opportunity was for me to come back, it was a no-brainer, and that's because of the girls, but also because of the staff as well and what they're trying to implement for this season.
You just give a clap in front of you, make sure the mic's working.
Okay.
What's that?
There, okay.
Action.
Hi, I'm Jade Wilson and I am a centre half for Gartcairn. So I've worked with Harty before. I was at United with Harty for a spell there last season. He's got a big visions of what he expects and his standards, kind of driving forward within a team and as an individual. So a lot of them kind of mirrored up with what I would like as my kind of role within the team as well. So no, I think that we're ready to kind of go. I hate this. Am I blinking a lot?
Come in!
Hi!
How you doing, pal? You alright? You good?
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, that was good. Now listen, just grab a wee seat. So obviously delighted that you've come into the club and stuff, but just further on that, kind of, we've just obviously been discussing the sort of leadership within the group, and I think from the players we've brought in, the players we've got, and the experience that you've got, for me, I want you obviously captain the group. I think it'll be a big thing for you. And I just think you'll bring that experience and honour of leading the group out. You've played SWPL 1 for 2 different clubs. You've captained teams at different times throughout them as well, and we've got that mixed group and that younger group that I think it'd be good for you to come in and lead the group.
Yeah, definitely a proud moment to be captain of Gartcairn. I think that it's a challenge that at my kind of career of football that I'm ready to take and just ready to get the ball rolling. I think having played the last kind of 2 seasons at Prem 1, it's gave me a lot of confidence in like my skill set, not only just as a player, but being kind of maybe one of the more experienced players within the team. I think with what kind of job I do, being a teacher, a lot of those kind of mirror what I expect to be within a captain's role. I'm loud, I'm probably very annoying, and those are definitely things that I think I can take into a group. I'm definitely want to just sit and chat, so I think that that definitely helps kind of make people feel more welcome and at more ease within an environment. So I think that that definitely will help me kind of gel within the team. Obviously, I'm somebody new that's within the environment and taking on the captain's armband, but I think that it's only going to help me thrive within the environment that I'm in. I think the expectations for this season are to go and win. As I said, now that I've been in SWPL 1 for the last kind of couple of seasons, I know the expectations within that environment, and I know that it's difficult, it's challenging, and I think that our expectations are a club are to go and match that and put ourselves in a good position to go and play there next season. Obviously, there's a league structure, so nothing to say that it's going to be easy, and I think there's a lot of teams in here that are going to make it challenging. But I definitely think that our expectations are to go have positive cup runs, make sure that we're making a stamp on what Gartcairn want to do in this season, and that is obviously promotion.
I'm Rachel Howie, I play midfield for Gartcairn. So I started my own business called RH Performance. It takes your young kids from like 6 plus to do 1-to-1s, 2-to-1s, 3-to-1s. Been very fortunate to get one pitch where we're at today and build up a client base of over 100 clients that come every week for a weekly 1-to-1 session. It was difficult to start off with. I came from uni. I started doing this in uni just 5 hours a week, and I'm fortunate enough that it took off and I'm doing it now full time. But obviously playing at quite a high level in the women's game and having to rush between here and go to training and stuff, like trying to fit in meals and stuff, it's quite difficult. I work quite good hours, to be honest. I work from like 3 until 6:30, 7 every day, but then it's trying to get to Airdrie for 7 o'clock, eat your dinner, get changed, then get ready, mentally prepared for training. So it can be a shift at times, being out of the house, and I know a lot of the girls do it, and I've maybe got it easier than some, but you're doing a physical job that requires you being on your feet all the time, and then going to play your own football and trying to play at a decent standard. It can be tiring at times, but it's worth it when you've got a good group of girls and you enjoy what you do for work. I think, when I joined the club, the reason I joined it was always a forward-thinking club. I think it was different to other clubs that I maybe spoke to. They always had an ambition. Their ambition was to be an SWPL2 club, to win the championship, to be SWPL2 and eventually obviously push on to SWPL1. I think, last season, really disappointing from an individual point of view and as well as a team. I think, as a team of players and probably coaches were a bit naive last year. I think we can admit to that. I think, won the championship, great, built a really good squad, then went on and get playoffs the following season, and I don't know if maybe thought we could go on and just do it again without really having to do much, but I think you look at like Queen's Park, who went on to eventually win the league. The recruitment was great, the way they worked it and picked themselves up was really good, and I think in the women's game, in this league especially, you can never stand still, and I think that's one of the things that we maybe did last year, and it's definitely changed this year. We've got a whole new squad. I think there's only me and Megan who've been there from like day one basically. It's a lot of change, so it's tough to get used to, but I think it's needed. We need a wee refresh, a wee rebuild, and I think hopefully this season we'll look back and last season it's a completely different season, we'll end up at the opposite end of the table, fingers crossed.
Right, Leo, so what's the best things that you learned from Howie?
Passing, shooting and dribbling.
What's your favourite things to do when you're here?
Top wins challenges.
Top wins challenges, who normally wins them?
Me.
You?
Yeah.
What do you think? Is that a lie?
No, it's not. No.
And how long have you been here?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Have you been to watch Gartcairn playing?
Yes.
Seen how he score yet?
Yes.
Oh wow, that must have been a special game, that.
Only once though.
Only once?
Mhm.
You're not going to teach her some things?
Yeah, I'm going to teach her.
So in this drill, working on bouncing the ball, opening your body up and getting a strike at the end of it, okay? So when you're in here, you'll bounce the ball back and forth, you'll check off to the side, you'll move back in the middle, you'll open your body and you'll hit a shot at goal. You'll try to find the corners at all times, because that's where the goalie can't get it. I feel good. It's difficult to tell at the minute. I think, you know, it's a different pre-season because it has all just been games. We've not really had like a lot of training sessions, to be honest, to create partnerships yet, but that is coming with time. I'm looking forward to the first game, I think, to get in and actually be back in league duty and start the season off on the right foot this time. I think last season, you know, we lost the first 5 games in the bounds, went in a really good place as a team, and you know, eventually we kicked on, but I think we need the form that we had in January last year. I think in January onwards we were a league winning form, so we need to start that from the get-go this time. The girls are aware of that, the coach is aware of it, but you know, it's up to us at the end of the day to go and bring that. We can't slack and think it's going to be easy. You know, we need to go in and show what we're made of and show why we want to finish higher up the league this year. So in this drill here, when you're driving towards me, alright, what's my body shape? Would you notice my body shape? What am I trying to show you? Show you aside, right? So you need to make a decision there, okay? And I'm trying to put you on your weaker foot, okay? So for me, with you, it's about being stronger on both sides, okay? Your left foot's coming on great, so is your right, okay? And when we're taking us on, we need that bit of speed. So see when you do your skill, we need that wee burst. So you do your skill and it's a burst away. When we're doing the burst, see after you've done the skill, why? Are you fast or slow? What one? You're fast, why? How do you feel when somebody beats you in a game? Embarrassment, you want to go and chase them, don't you? So you need to be quick to get away from the player that you've just beat. Does that make sense? So when we're passing the ball in, you pass to me. When I'm passing the ball to you there, I want you to come and take me on, drive at me, do your wee step over, ball out your feet, bang, with nice and speed and you get by me. Unbelievable. Like a proper pre-season, to be honest. I think, you know, before, everybody knows I hate the hills, we're running hills, like, it's good to an extent, but I think, you know, we've played, what, I think 5 games in 10 days there or something, like just football, it's a proper pre-season. Obviously working under Hart, I'm looking forward to it because he's a guy that's come in and he's won the league, as he likes to remind us every time I ask about it. So fingers crossed we can do it again this year, but no, it feels like a proper pre-season. I feel like I feel fitter, I feel really fit, I'm definitely quicker. It's all thanks to the kind of training and playing games and doing stuff that a footballer should be doing and not just running up and down hills 3 times a week.
Just obviously getting towards the start of the season now, and we're looking to obviously bring in a wee bit to kind of complete the jigsaw, if you like. And what we're bringing in is a really dynamic midfielder, breaks up the play, gets us on the front foot, gets you playing, good range of passing, pops up with an occasional goal. But again, more importantly, she's got experience at the top level. A player that's played at top level, finished in the top 6 at the top level, I think will add real value to the group that we've already created here. And we're delighted to welcome to the club Bex McGowan. Yes! That was a bit better.
This is my time, I'm on the rise, can't hold me down, I'm too fly. This is my time, ready to shine, brighter than all of the lights. Cause when it's game time, seconds away and the game's on the line, there ain't no doubt in my mind. Beating the buzzer like, this is my time, this is my moment. You better bet that I'm on it. Ready and set, I'ma own it. Blast it to 10, then keep going. There ain't no coasting, I never settle, don't play. Putting the kettle to flame. I go 100 all day.